Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Victoria 2. Now last episode, Sweden was completely racked by rebellions and I lost my entire army. Now, because this is not necessarily a entirely serious Let's Play series, it's more of a learning experience kind of thing, what I'm going to do is restart. And the top votes I got was Prussia, which I really want to play as Prussia. I feel like my first real, solid Let's Play definitely going to be as Prussia. A lot of potential in the Prussian state and the United States because the U.S. is super easy for beginners. So I'm just going to go with the U.S. just because I've heard about half a dozen people told me at least that the United States was a great beginner state. So we're playing as the United States. We are the U.S. right now, and we are basic. I think the U.S. basically starts off as like the last. The worst great power, yeah. Number 8. Actually, I got maybe technically the Ottoman? No, the Ottomans beat me in military strength. It looks like, yeah. Okay, so we're playing as the United States now. That's the thing that's going on. We have a much bigger navy, a much bigger military, much bigger economy to work with. I mean, yeah, let's take a look at this right now. Top 5 domestic goods produced are timber and lumber. That's pretty standard. Grain, coal, and tobacco. Remember when I was playing in Sweden, I was like, I have some coal. And I was like, well, it's not a lot of coal. It's like 2.3 or something like that. Look how much coal the U.S. is producing. And let's take a look at, there's an RGO. Rankings, supply limit, sphere of influence, nationality, RGO output. Here it is in Pennsylvania. Producing very small quantities of... Oh, that's so cool! Oh, that's awesome! I didn't know you could do that. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. If you click out a resource in RGO mode, it shows you every place in the world that produces it. Oh, that is so cool. What is this? Cotton? Cotton's produced in the South. Who knew? And is it colored differently? It looks like some of them are redder. Like, is grain in New Orleans 2.5? Maybe it's like, it's a darker color for how much it produces. I think it might be. Okay. Well, that is awesome. I didn't know that was a thing. We have factories. Let's see. We have a fabric factory, canned goods, glass. In Massachusetts. In New York, we have cement. Awesome. That's going to be super important. And lumber. In Pennsylvania, makes perfect sense to me. We have a steel mill. You can see my cat outside on the patio batting at a moth. All right. Yeah, look at that. I love that we're producing some really good goods like steel. Projects. Build railroads. So we already have access to railroads? Do we already have that tech? We do. Now let's see. We are business school in tycoon something or other. So army research down, navy research down, cultural research up, commerce, cultural, and industry up. So looks like cultural and commerce are going to be the way to go right now. But we already have a bunch of these. Admin efficiency, market, diplomatic influence, mining output, farming output. Oh my god. Culture. I'm thinking prestige might be the way to go right now. Let's go for that right now. Let's take a look at the budget. I'm gonna tax the fuck out of the lower class because, hey, we can. And I feel like taxing the rich is generally... I feel like taxing the rich is usually a bad idea because if you tax the rich... Well, not taxing them... basically means that there's more room to move from the middle strata up into the upper strata. Strata, however you feel like pronouncing it. And if you're not taxing them, they have more money to invest in your economy. And should I tax the middle class or just leave it where it is? I feel like I should just leave it where it is. Now, my navy. Don't feel like that's of much significance at the moment. Construction, none. We're going to leave this at 50, I think, because we actually are in the positive. Feel like we should have a little bit of a tariff going. Let's put it at 10%. a little bit of extra money. And the national stockpile for the army, we're actually going to leave up. We're going to leave that up because we can intervene in the war with Texas. The Tex-American War, whatever. It should be under diplomacy if we go to show wars. Texan War for Independence. There we go. So we can intervene with that. Now, the other thing we can do is colonize. And it looks like Texas has already started here. We have colonial points. So, Colorado. We can send an expedition for 80 colonial power. We're definitely going to do that. We're also going to do Oregon. Boom. Right there. And what I feel like the idea here is going to be to cock block them. And let's do Oklahoma. Boom. Oklahoma. Now, if there is nobody to contest it, we should be perfectly fine. This is the only one that's contested right now. I've never really done this that much, but I know if it's uncontested, it'll go straight from expedition to the end. But if it is contested, like here, you have to, let's see. Next investigation can be done after 1836 for 1. So we have to wait till January, February, March, April. All right, now, haven't even unpaused the damn game yet. Technology's done. We are the Democratic Power, or Party. Can't talk today. A population of 4 million people. Well, 4 million adults. Total population of 16 adult males. 16 million total. Let's see, top 3 imports are coal, fruit, and wool. Top 3 exports are lumber, grain, and cotton. We're at peace. We have very few points right now. Now, we're a great power, so we can sphere people, can't we? Like, if I wanted to sphere someone, who would I sphere? Like, I'm thinking South America? Like let's look at someone's, like, where's RGO? Like, what are they making down here? Coffee? I love coffee. Well, our top 3 imports, the goods we are lacking the most right now for our own economy are coal, fruit, and wool. So if we click on coal, it'll show us where in the world coal is produced in areas of potential sphering, and wool and fruit. I don't know, what does the wool icon look like? Oh, sulfur over here. Now, we are producing tobacco in copious amounts. Just looking for somewhere where there might be... Ah, that's what wool looks like. Scotland. So wool... Okay, so down here, there's copious amounts of wool. So maybe Argentina. Let's go to Argentina. Current influence priority is low, medium, high. So let's put Argentina. Nation has another continent minus. I know it's on another continent. So let's do that. Let's try to influence them. I feel like that'd be a good idea because then I could maybe buy their wool cheaper. God, I haven't even unpaused the game yet still. All right, now we're gonna have to intervene over here. 3 regiments of infantry. 3 regiments of cavalry. Infantry. Okay, let's move all these guys over here. And let's move these guys over here as well. Just kind of hang out. Alright, let's finally unpause the game. And we're going to move these units over, then we're going to intervene. And I believe we just have to wait a few months. The slavery debate. The great nation was able to answer conclusively was the question concerning the status of slavery within the Union. This inflamed debate has only gained traction in the years since the Revolution. It's presently the single most important issue in the country's political agenda. Some radical Southerners feel that there's no possible compromise to be found in the issue. Secession is the only alternative to being dominated into emancipation by the central power in Washington. Should our Senate ever be in a position to force political reform on the South, a 40% liberal upper house, we can be certain that it will not happen without opposition. So all pop consciousness goes up 0.05 because of the slavery debate. All right, so what we're going to do is the first thing we need to do is, colonize the West and intervene in Mexico so that we can have that. All right. Well, at least we... My God, the economy here is so much better. Our president has discredited, accusing us of things we never heard of. We suspect the United Kingdom behind it. Oh, the United Kingdom, you sons of bitches. Sons of whores. Now we're gonna do a little bit of combat early on in this series. Well, series starting from episode 4 here. Bremen goes bankrupt, so now we have a CB against Bremen. Not a big deal. All right, man. The economy of the United States is just thrillingly good, comparatively. So we have. You know what I haven't done? I haven't set. We could go to population. I haven't set focuses. So. Let's go to the most populous area. We have very few research because we probably have a low literacy. We need more clergy. Encourage clergy. So we're going to do that in Pennsylvania as well. Most populous areas, I feel like that's the way to do it. Okay. Decline that. Okay. Sending our troops over. Probably going to merge the 2 9s and the 12 here. Well, maybe keep them separate because that would make a really big army. Free staters. In the most intense days of the slavery debate, some abolitionists organized immigration to the territories of Kansas and Nebraska in order to prevent these territories from being admitted into the Union as slave states. Theory of popular sovereignty held that a democratic vote in the state would decide on whether the state should be constituted as slaver-free. Constituted. God damn it. I've yet to finish my coffee this morning, and I cannot read for the life of me today. These abolitionists were called the Free Staters. Some have now turned up in Michigan. Let them settle. Alright, that's interesting. Everybody basically enacted an ordinance to stop them or let them settle. Well, free states is what we want. We're not going to go, like, against the grain and go pro-slavery America, because I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm going to do this. Let them settle. The free staters are the good guys, I want to say. So I'm definitely going to want to do this ASAP. Because we need to try to cock-block them. Alright, these guys we're going to merge together. Alright, now let's go to politics, no. Military, no. Diplomacy, show wars. Okay, when the current war score is at least 1. Okay, so we can't join because nothing's happened yet. I think we have to wait till there's a war score of at least something before we can go to war. Second Great Awakening. Religious zeal was sweeping across the U.S., driven by charismatic preachers who called for the faithful to return to the original teachings of the Bible and lead upstanding moral lives. The movement would spawn several new Protestant sects, lead to debates and schisms within established sects over points of theology and ritual, and reinforce the power and influence of Christian teachings amongst the lower and middle classes of American people at a time when religious fervor in Europe was decreasing. Favor of moralism, everybody's more moral. Alright, so we have to wait till, like, a battle is fought, or something happens in Mexico. We have to wait for that. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. Just like let's focus in on that right now. Although my economy is so good right now. Let's crank up their pay a little bit. Let's go to 60%. And let's actually knock this up a little bit too, because we do have the. You know what I forgot to do? We do have the room in the economy. Oh, never mind. Let's do that. Okay. I forgot about that. I forgot to crank that up, because that'll basically mean everybody's educated a little bit better. 24, 25, 26, 27. I could just crank it up a little. There it is right there. The girl from Knoxville. A coal-laden tub must have weighed heavily on her body fragile and worn from many years of arduous labor in the Knoxville coal pits, for her feet could no longer carry her. There in the dark, where the shafts go countless fathoms deep, she slipped and fell. Another young girl has lost her life in a coal mining accident in one of our provinces, and this particular tragedy is... Oh, God. Okay, well, send colonists. Boom. So we're contesting... Nobody's contesting these other ones, but we're contesting this one right here in Colorado. Alright, so we have troops here. We need to... Yeah, I can't intervene in war. Cannot join this side because you can only join the losing side of a war when the current war score is at least 1%. Yeah. Basically, it's not going to let me join a war until something happens. So... I feel like these guys should be able to handle this on their own. These factories are kind of awesome. None of them are being subsidized right now, but I feel like getting dyes is going to be... You know what? That might be something. Getting dyes somewhere in the world. They seem to be running perfectly well on their own without being subsidized. So we'll just let them go, kind of like a free market economy we got going. Basically, the capitalists are taking care of it. One of these days, when I'm good at this game, I'm gonna do. I gotta do some crazy playthroughs where we make like the United States communist or something like that. And you know what I think is funny is too, I told you guys in the first episode that I had played Sweden a little bit off screen, about 20 hours actually, about 20 hours of playing Sweden, and I actually did pretty good. I got like half a dozen factories up and running. I got my economy really cranking and bringing in tons of money. I hadn't done any war or any expansion or anything like that, but I got a lot of stuff set. And I was like, I'll at least be able to play for 10 or 15 episodes before I run into real big problems. Nope, 3 episodes. I never run into rebel problems before. All right, Underground Railroad. So all populations in New York, our most populous area, gain consciousness. Or the Underground Railroad until 37. All militancy goes up in local... Right now, I do not want... So the biggest section of population became more conscious, but okay, we should be able to join this war now. I just saw some occupation. So we entered the war. I feel like, what's the supply limit of 16? Oh, the supply limit in these areas are awful. Really, really bad. Yeah, I'm going to take huge attrition just moving into these areas. Oh, you know what? Fuck, this guy doesn't have a leader. I have no leaders. Military, can we create a general? At least 20 leadership to recruit a leader. Shit. I only have one general. Does this... No, this is the only general I have. Alright, well, what we need to do... I feel like what we need to do is move in and hit them from two sides. So you could sit here perfectly safe. No, oh, you know what? Hang on, pause. No, autosave, pause. Cancel this. Cancel this. This guy can safely move to Dallas. And this guy will take small amounts of attrition. Oh, fuck you guys. Oh, shit. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, when is this gonna happen? Okay, we got a little bit of time here. What about here? October. We have to wait till October. So you guys are going to move to Dallas. Or should we do... Okay, Lubbock. And you go to Austin. We're going to need to be able to... We're going to try to hit this one over here in El Paso. Because it's slightly smaller. Also, maybe the Texan army might try to help me. Now, the only other option I would have had would be to leave those guys behind. Leave some troops behind to lower my attrition. But we're going to try to hit these guys. Actually, now they have more. All right, so let's get you guys going. And get you guys going. We're going to try to hit them from 2 directions. I don't think it's going to make the slightest bit of difference hitting them from 2 directions, but the general is in one of these armies, so he will, boom, get into the combat. Battle of El Paso. Really cracking their morale. Not huge losses. Pause this and take a look at it. So, Benjamin Baker, awesome name. Let's see, we lost about 1 regiment of... Or is that a battalion? I don't know. Battalions are smaller than regiments, aren't they? Which way does it go? I don't know. Well, anyway, they lost 8,000 men. I lost 3,000 men, so that was a success. Now, these guys are immediately going to come over here and hit this army and try to wipe it out. Before we take too much attrition. Shit. I don't want to just waltz around taking massive amounts of attrition. So I want to be able to hit their army as hard as I can, as soon as I can. We should probably pay attention to this battle. Alright. Yep, we're cracking them. We won there. And they're retreating this way. Oh, they got a bigger army there, too. Where did they get 21,000 men? Hopefully we can wipe... I don't know how wiping out armies works. Okay, if we sit here, let's... If we sit here and wait for these guys to come to us, will we fight them? Where are they heading? Are they heading up this way? To El Paso? Is it not going to show me? I'm taking attrition sitting here. I hope Texas comes to help me in this battle here. Like, if we can get them to come help me, that would be a good thing for me. Although, we might be able to just wipe out a few thousand men without any trouble. Alright, let's wipe out those 2,000 men. Let's see if we can wipe out this 9,000 men as well. It's November. We gotta wait till October. Oh, shit. I was not paying attention here. A boom. And a boom. And no contention over here. Do we have enough? We do have enough to do this one, too. Unable to colonize, no naval base close enough. Ah, we have to do Idaho first. So, Idaho. Okay. We do have enough. Alright, we're taking a lot of attrition walking around. We've got to keep our army together to be able to really beat them. Alright. We won. Let's see if we can get down here and help the Texas army before they crack, which I don't think we'll be able to, but they've inflicted heavy losses on the Mexicans before I got there. Go Texas. Where is the army from Mexico? I thought we would fight them. I guess not. Peace. Knights of the Golden Circle. Secret Society. Not militancy. Create a protectorate. Alright, that's done. Oregon? Oh, we can send guys over there now. So we're ahead here. Good. Peace offer from Mexico. Status quo declined. Oh, there's their army. Alright, I feel like I'm doing a lot better playing as America than Sweden. God, Sweden was a lot harder than I thought it was. The Benevolent Empire. Plurality. Farmers, laborers, soldiers, artisan all lose militancy. Good. Alright, we won. And now we're going to see if we can go to Albuquerque and take out this Mexican army. Nope. We're going to go to El Paso and see if we can take out this Mexican army before we suffer far too much attrition. Yep, easy victory here. Not even paying too close attention to it because we're doing so well. Yep, another victory. What do they want this time? Status quo? Decline. Boom. And here, okay. We're still doing good. What is this? We can increase opinion of our nation or add nations to our sphere. Argentina. How do we add them to our sphere of influence? Discredit, increase opinion, decrease opinion, justify war. Do we form an alliance? That can't be it. They will not accept. Like, how do we sphere them? If I wanted to sphere them, how do I sphere them? Military access. We can increase our opinion. We do that. We don't have a lot of military or diplomacy points, though. I guess we can increase relations? Or is this relations here? Did we just waste that? Is this relations? That's influence. Huh. I guess I don't know how to do that. Well, let's, oh, I wanted to take a look at, this as well. So, they are losing, it looks like. Texas is losing right now by 7%. Not much. Okay, we're going to call it an episode right here, I think. It's been fun. The United States is definitely a much easier nation to play as. I mean, what we should probably do is do something with these guys. Like, maybe go occupy a territory or something like that. Let's just move them a little bit closer to the action. And we're getting ahead here. We're doing pretty good. Okay, I've really enjoyed switching over to the US. US has been pretty fun so far. So, everybody, if you've enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Victoria 2, just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.